Hi, this is Dr. Grande. I hope you find this video useful. If that's the case, please like it and subscribe to my channel. And as always, thanks for watching. Hello, Ashley.
Hey.
I understand you've been having some difficulties today.
Yeah, I'm just having a really hard time right now.
Oh, yeah? What's going on?
It's just a lot of stuff. Like, I just found out that my husband has cancer, and it's really hard to deal with because our relationship has not been very good. And everybody's expecting me to just, keep everything together, and I already have my own stuff to deal with my depression, obviously, and I don't know how I'm going to do it. Like, I don't know how I'm supposed to pick us up and bring us through this.
So, you just found this out?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Yeah.
So, this whole situation has you overwhelmed?
Yeah, I'm just feeling like I don't even know which way to go. It's like, what's the point? You know what I mean? Ugh, it's too much.
What's the point of...
Just any of it. Like, it's just hard to imagine, like, trying to make any sense of this, trying to live life when, I'm supposed to be taking care of him. I'm not even sure if I love him, and now he's dying, so I'm a horrible person for thinking that. And I just, I'm stuck. I'm stuck with him, and I feel horrible for saying that, but I just don't know. That's just how I feel. I don't know what else to say.
So, he's not doing well, you don't love him, and you feel badly for saying that.
Yeah. I mean, it just makes me wonder what I'm even doing. Like, what is the point of me even being a human being if I can't love the one person I'm supposed to love and take care of him when he's dying? I'm just not worth it.
You feel like you're not worth being a person?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, what do you think? Isn't that horrible? Like, that's a horrible thing to say.
That's how you feel, right?
Yeah, but it's a really terrible way to feel. I mean, what does that say about me as a person?
Well, how do you feel about it? What do you think it says about you?
I think it says that I can't even put it into words. It's not good. I don't know.
So it doesn't point to you being a good person in your estimation?
No, obviously not. I mean, it's not like I want him to die. And that's the worst part, you know what I mean? It would be so easy if he would just be okay. And then, we could take our relationship wherever it needs to go. If I wanted to end things, I could end things. But with things being the way they are, I just feel stuck. And like I said, it's not like I want him to die. It's just that I don't know if I can be the person that takes care of him for the next however long.
So you feel like you need to fulfill a role now, taking care of him, a caretaker, and you don't want to fill that role, and you're trapped in that.
Like, what are people going to say if I leave my dying husband? Like, that is a terrible person. That is a person that your friends whisper to you about. Like, did you hear about Ashley? She left her husband when he's dying of cancer. What a terrible person. And so I am stuck because I can't leave him. That would make me a terrible person. But at the same time, I know it's not right to be with somebody and to lie to them while they're dying. And I don't want to tell him I don't love him when he's dying either. And it makes me feel like there's no point in going on. It's just...
You feel like there's no point with you going on?
Yeah.
So where does that leave you?
I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I can't even think straight. It's all too much. It's too much to deal with. I can't, it just doesn't even feel real.
When did you find out?
Last week.
So all this is very new for you. Has the way you've been feeling changed since the moment you found out till now?
Not really, no.
Still the same intensity and
Yeah, I mean, there's moments where it feels a little better, and there's moments where it feels even worse than it does right now. But, I mean, overall, it's not getting better, if that's what you're asking.
So what do you see as your options with all this? You mentioned a few. You mentioned you could leave. However,
That's
you're
not
afraid
an
how
option.
people would see you. Okay, so that's not an option. You could stick it out. You could stay and take care of them. What do you think about that option?
I don't know. I wish I would just not wake up, you know? It would make everything a lot easier. You know, I would just die and people would say, you know, she was a good wife. It's such a shame she's not here to take care of her sick husband. She was a good person, you know?
Are you having thoughts of ending your life?
I don't know. I don't know.
You're not sure?
Yeah.
Is that idea of ending your life, is that something that's occurred to you in the last week? Like a thought?
I don't know. I think sometimes things would be better off without me. I guess it always kind of pops into my mind. Just all the time. I'm not sure if that means anything. I don't know.
Who would be better off without you?
Everybody, probably.
Everybody?
I mean, my husband wouldn't have me to take care of him, but, like, I'm sure there would be other people. You know, his mom's old, but she's still alive, and I think she would probably just take him in. He'd probably get a girlfriend or something to take care of him, you know? And it's not like we have any kids, so...
So you think he would be better off if you were gone? Anyone else?
I don't know. I don't know if I think he would be better off without me, but I think that he would be okay without me. I think I would be better off without me.
You think you would be better off if you were gone?
Mm-hmm.
What would happen to you if you were gone?
Just be over. I wouldn't have to feel this way anymore. Wouldn't have to worry about anything. I wouldn't have to feel this burden. I wouldn't have to do anything. I could just... It would just be a relief.
Can you imagine a time in the future, if you remained alive, where you might be glad that you're alive?
No, I mean, what am I going to be glad for when my husband's dead and I'm free? That's horrible. Why would I be glad ever? I don't know. I don't think so.
No, there'll never be a time when you might want to be alive again.
I mean, maybe when I would want to be alive, I guess. Like, I don't know. I don't want to be dead. I just don't want to have to go through all this. I don't know what to do. What do I do? Like, is there an answer to this? I don't know.
Well, you've mentioned some of the options, and they don't seem like options you're really connecting with. And then you have this option of suicide, which I don't feel that's a good option either.
Mm-hmm.
As you said before, you're really in a place where you're stuck.
Yeah. Yeah.
Has there ever been a time before all this with your husband when you felt the same way? That there's something you wanted to avoid and you'd be better off if you weren't here?
With him?
Just in your entire life.
Yeah, I mean, there have been times where, like, I've thought about killing myself before.
Mm-hmm. And clearly you didn't, so was there a time after that where you were glad that you didn't?
I guess so. It just seems like, yeah, there's times when it gets better, but then it gets worse again, and it's just, it seems so pointless to keep going through this, you know?
Going through
Maybe
the cycle.
it will get better again, but then it's going to get worse again, and it just, it's exhausting.
So going through this cycle where things are good sometimes and not as good other times, it's just wearing you out. And you feel like it would be better if you weren't here.
It'll be easier.
What are some reasons you might have to want to stay alive?
I think my friends would be upset.
Mm-hmm. Tell me about their reactions. What would they do?
They'd cry. I think it would be hard for them. I know what it's like when you lose somebody and, you know, that never goes away. It would be hard to hurt them like that.
And that's what you'd be doing. You'd be hurting them.
But I can't really think about anybody else that would care.
So it would hurt your friends. Your husband might be okay. And no one else would be affected that you could think of. And you feel like you'd be better off. How about your other family members?
I mean, we don't really talk. I don't think they would care. I really don't. I mean, maybe they would, but I don't really care if they care, honestly.
You're not really worried about their feelings in this. But you are somewhat worried about how your friends would feel.
Yeah.
Do you have a plan to hurt yourself?
No, I mean, I think about a lot of different things. Nothing specific, you know, like I could cut myself, I could get some pills, I could jump off a bridge, but nothing like sticks in my mind.
Alright. So you have some ideas, but you don't have anything specific you've planned out. Are you going to? Do you intend to?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
You're not sure? Do you feel like you're at risk to do it?
I don't know. You're not going to put me in the hospital or something, are you?
Are you worried about that I would put you in the hospital?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to go to the hospital. It's embarrassing. I don't want to go to the hospital.
Well, what would happen if you did end up in the hospital? It would be embarrassing, you mentioned that.
Mm-hmm.
What else?
I don't know, that's about it.
Do you think you'd feel better if you were there for a period of time?
I don't know if I'll ever feel better. I don't know. I don't want to go to the hospital.
Have you been there before?
No, I mean, I've been to the hospital, but not for that. I don't want you to put me in there with those crazy people. Like, I'm not gonna go. I'm not doing that, you know? I had to take care of my husband. I'm not gonna go to the hospital where he has to get his chemo and go in there in the loony bin. Like, I'm not doing that.
So you're not doing that. At the same time, you're having these thoughts of suicide, and you're not really sure if you're going to carry out the suicide.
I mean, I don't think I'm gonna hurt myself. I'm just feeling really overwhelmed, but I don't want you to put me in there. I don't know.
Are you telling me that you're not going to hurt yourself because you're worried about the hospital?
I don't know, like, what does it even matter? Like, what difference does it make?
Whether you're alive or not?
Yeah, like, what do you care? I mean, what difference does it make if I go to the hospital or not? What difference does it make?
Well, I care. I don't want you to hurt yourself. Right? And we've talked about this when you first came into treatment, that if there was ever a time I felt like you were going to hurt yourself, I would stop you. I would do my best to stop you.
Why would you care? Like, why? Why does it make a difference to you? You see 1,000 other people. I bet you've had a bunch of people kill themselves. What difference does it make to you? You don't go home and, you know, think about all your clients. Like, I'm just another person to you. What difference does it make to you if I hurt myself?
Well, I believe that life is valuable. I believe your life is valuable. I have a responsibility to do my best to protect you in this relationship. I think you have value as a person.
How? How do I have value as a person? I want to leave my husband who's dying. How do I have value as a person? That doesn't even make any sense.
And I understand you feel that way, that you're taking that situation where you don't love him and you feel stuck with him to mean that you're a bad person.
I am a bad person.
Well, you feel like a bad person, and there's a difference between those two constructs. Right?
Yeah, I mean, I guess so, but it just, I don't know. It's just frustrating.
Do you need to be convinced that you're not a bad person to continue living?
I don't think that you can convince me that I'm not a bad person, you know?
Mm-hmm.
If I thought I was a good person, yeah, I probably would want to continue living, but I think the evidence is clear. I don't know what more I need to know to show me that I'm not a bad person. Like,
does it work that way, though, or are people good or bad?
I mean, I don't know. I guess, like, if you feel the way I feel, then you are a bad person. Like, if you have the thoughts that I'm having, that's a bad way to think. You're being a bad person. Like, that's not good. It's not a good people don't think like that.
But could somebody do things that other people consider good and other people consider bad at the same time? Can both of those coexist in the same person?
Yeah, I mean that yes, but I don't think that's what's happening in this situation. Like, you could do something and some people like it and some people don't. That happens all the time, but this is pretty cut and dried. It's not a good thing to want to get a divorce from your husband who's dying. That's not the way good people feel.
All right. You feel that's bad, wrong,
Yeah.
morally wrong.
Mhm.
There's other things you do that are good, morally right?
I don't know.
I mean, the way you make it sound is that you're irredeemable. Is that the case, that you're all bad and no good?
I mean, I guess I'm not all bad, but
Alright, so right now, we're still at a point where you're having these thoughts. And you told me before that you weren't sure if you're going to carry it out. And then the subject of the hospital came up, and you kind of backed off that a little bit. Is that about right? Can you appreciate where I'm in a position where I can't really be certain what you're going to do? Is it also possible that making a decision like suicide, that type of decision should not be made when you're frustrated, anxious, depressed?
yeah.
Like, there's just certain moods that aren't conducive to good decision making of any type, right? Do you feel like you're in one of those moods now?
I feel like I'm in a lifetime of that.
In a lifetime of that mood?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Maybe a little bit worse now with recent events?
Yeah, I guess.
Would you be okay voluntarily going to the hospital?
I mean, I guess. I mean, I don't even know where to go. Like, I just go in and tell them, like, I'm gonna kill myself and walk into the emergency room?
I could have one of the case managers take you over there.
Okay. Yeah.
They're familiar with the procedure for admitting. Would that be something you could do voluntarily? We'll see how long they keep you. It's up to them once you go in there, but let's say a week or two. And then we can meet again and kind of see where you are, state of mind. Does that sound like an okay plan?
Okay.
You be okay with that? How do you feel right now with all this?
Tired.
Yeah. Maybe you just need a bit of a break. You've had a lot put on you recently. Alright, Ashley, let's do this. Let me get that arranged. We'll get you over there. And then when you're there, and we coordinate with them, when you're there, they're going to contact me. And we'll get you an appointment for the day that you get released. Does that work?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I'll get that arranged. And my guess is you'll feel at least somewhat better when I see you again. We'll work through it, okay?